Hey everybody, it's super early, 12:18 a.m. on Sunday morning, February 26th, but we're going to talk about Saturday, February 25th, and three sports algorithms, the NBA algorithm, the NHL algorithm, which we'll do at the end, and the college basketball algorithm in depth. For those asking, like, how does this work? What's going on? Like, how do I buy an algorithm? What do I do to update? Here's the way it works. These are Excel files that are completely unlocked. There are videos I have done about every single one of the algorithms by its name. I'll title the video How to Update the NBA Algorithm, how to update the NBA algorithm with the macro, because this is the macro version of the NBA algorithm, how to update the NHL algorithm. You just search those terms on YouTube. You're only going to find the videos that there's multiple videos for each sport. I've done many of them. How to update the college basketball. If you do that, then you got to sign up for a subscription to RotoWire to get the stats that you have to add in here sometimes. Some of these stats you need to get from RotoWire, and you need to have a subscription. I pay $9.99 a month for the access to the stats. So you'll need that. And you watch the videos, you get the subscription to RotoWire, and you get a copy of the file, which you can buy on kenbraverman.com. You can just follow the links and go buy one of these. I'll send you the current day's version, get the subscription to RotoWire, watch the videos, and learn how to copy paste these things and refresh. They're a rabbit hole that's endless. You can make them better, add things to them. You can do a million different things with them. They are complicated, but the process to update them is actually not that bad. I can do each one of these in usually under 5 or 10 minutes, depending on the day and the sport and what's going on. So that's what you can do if you want to get a copy of these. Now, tomorrow, Sunday, I'm going to do a video in the morning. I like this where if you want access to the video before I release it publicly, you send me money and I will give you access to that, because I think there's an advantage to seeing that, obviously, before the games. So don't get angry at me for releasing it late, but I will release it when people start paying me to release it before the games. And then everybody gets the benefit after, later in the day. But that's how I'm going to do that. So I'll get a video done. If not later tonight, I'll do it early in the morning and go over Sunday. So first of all, let's talk about Saturday. This is why the algorithms are awesome. Who would have ever thought that just points per game average and blocks as the only two variables create days like this? I believe this is what I showed in the video, the one video I did put out for free where I complained about not getting paid to do the rest of them. I showed you this. This is disgusting. This is awesome. This is disgustingly awesome. Underdog Hornets win. I think I put the scores in right. Underdog Pacers win. Pelicans lose, but they're all the way down here at the bottom, and they're only at 89% health, so it's kind of predictable. Everything else, it said to play these guys, and they all won, and 5 of 6 covered. Funny. Okay. Well, there you go. That's why I just listen to whatever the algorithm says. I would never. I guess what's going on here, I was thinking about, why is this working? Well, points per game is a good average of how many points the team puts up. And blocks is apparently a decent defensive category here that somehow is properly weighting defensive teams and doing the right things, I guess. I don't know. But that's combo number 33. So when you look at all our combos, I'm not going to run the macro or do anything crazy because I got other stuff to do. But that's this right here. I did this a few days ago when I was testing stuff out, and this created amazing results. We just keep doing it, and it does this. Wow. I mean, wow. All right. Well, that was NBA. Was pretty darn good. How about college basketball? And there's one game going. One last game with Pepperdine losing to Loyola right now. This is probably going to be a win for the algorithm. Rest of the games, 87 and 36. That's 71% of our games. We're only 56 and 67 against the spread, which is why I don't really worry about the spread. I just want to black this out and be like, we don't care about the spread, because I don't care about the spread. I care about winners. And we apparently went 62 and 59 over unders. About 50%. I'm not surprised. Now, here's the fun part of this. This is a big puzzle right here. Right? It looks like a puzzle in a lot of ways. This huge puzzle has a bunch of games in here, right? It's got a bunch of teams. playing other teams and whether or not this team over here won or lost. That's how we're judging what a win or a loss was. Well, what I try to do in the videos and obviously try to do as a handicapper of sports here is find how can we filter and prune this thing so that we get the best win percentage possible or the most wins and fewest losses possible. How do we do that? Huge day today. I did some stuff earlier in the video predicting what to play. We'll take a look at that. But let's just answer this question because I think it is just a few clicks, right? First click, home teams. We only care about home teams. You never want to bet an away team. Maybe you do, but they're not reliable. And so the answer is always home teams. I will die on that hill and tell you that home teams are the teams you only want to play because I've seen enough to know that. We're 47-10 with home teams, 82%. As I said, over 80%, and then I said with margins above 10%, which are all the games up to here, we'll just filter for them real quick. Margins, I can do it right here. Value filters greater than, the margins greater than 0.1. I said it's going to be 90% of these games. It's 82%, but wait, there's something else going on. Remember health numbers? If you've watched the videos about injuries, and I say we have a cutoff of 0.9 or 90% where we don't play a team that's below 90%. Oh, there's a loss, right? So let's remove teams. We're only looking at health numbers that are greater than 0.899. Okay. Now we're 25-4, right? At 86%. What did we lose? Crazy game where Florida State comes back at Lord knows what line to beat Miami. All right. You're probably not going to get that one. That's nuts. Arizona also lost a super close one late, also totally unexpected at a -720. So you can see that, you do have some really, really big upsets today. Then down here, that's a 93% health. But I said, don't worry about that injury because I've seen it there a while. With George Mason, my local team here beats Dayton. So we lose that one. And then Purdue just had 0 second half and just did not do it. So it's only 86%. It's not quite 90 because of some crazy things up top that are really abnormal and late. So, all right. Now, this is looking pretty good, right? How's our profitability? Let's look at how our profitability is because we also care about this number and cumulative ROI number. Notice this cumulative ROI number is not great because these lines are pretty awful. So our total cumulative ROI at the bottom in all of these games ends up only being 7%. And that's because a lot of the lines in these games are brutal, right? They're ridiculous lines you'd never bet here. Terrible, terrible, terrible lines. So the idea was to get, let's prune, but prune a different way. So now we're going to look at all home teams because we saw that we were 86% really winners on our home teams above margin 10%. Well, let's go back to opening up to all margins, which opens up a lot more games, which is the point of that. Instead of 29 games, it's 51. And we're still at 86%, right? So that's still really good. So that tells you just the strength of the home teams in this file. They don't do good against the spread, but who cares? I don't care about the spread. but there you go. That's why I say don't bet the spread because you can't ever do good against the spread. So, well, what else we got here? Like how profitable is this? This ends up being better at 16% profitability overall, but it takes a while to get there because you have a weird loss. Oh yeah, sorry, we got to do another filter, but that is profitable, right? So just all the home teams it said to play above health of 90% was 16% profit, just betting them. That's the algorithm, just giving you winners, right? Now we want to kind of get rid of some of these money lines that we consider to be unbettable because they're unbettable. We're still leaving our injury filter the way it is. So now we're going to get rid of anything that's got a money, actually here, we're going to leave all the money lines in there for a second, but we're going to sort. No, I like leaving this actually like this. All right, here we are going to get rid of some money lines. So we're going to do the money line that we're going to bet is going to have to be greater than a certain amount. Let's call it -301. Anything 300 or better we'll take. That goes 23-4 and has an ROI of 27%. Now we are getting somewhere, and an ROI of 44% up here. So what are we looking at, and why am I starting to feel like we're getting close to the list that we want every day? And this was pretty close to the list I gave you today. I think this actually is the list I gave you today in the video, or very, very close to it. So, well, what happened here? I said these four, was it? No, somebody lost. Purdue was up here before. Why Purdue dropped down? Because I'm sorting by margin. Weird. I thought Purdue was one of the four in the video. I think they were. So for some reason, the switch, maybe I updated injury. Maybe I updated stats. I don't know. I don't know why that moved. Or maybe we have a slightly different look. Point is, you can see that in this order, there are a lot. Look at all these wins. Oh my goodness. That is 17 of 18 home teams, money lines greater than negative 300, descending by margin, meaning the most lopsided winner on the left versus that we think they're going to beat this team the most out of all these games was Morgan State over Delaware State. They won by 5, apparently. William & Mary won by 12. That this order was phenomenal. And look at this. Here's a minorly injured loser here. Yeah, so that is awesome. Right there. It's 23-4. So that is the way to do it. Reasonable money lines, all home teams, nobody's injured. Great. Get it? We'll do that for tomorrow. That will be part of the video tomorrow, the unlisted video probably that I put up early. We'll go over that and create that list of home teams to play tomorrow. Now I want to do something else. So there are more than just home teams. I know I said only bet them, but they're also away teams. So excuse me. So our home teams do a raw 82% with all injured teams and everything in here. We saw it was even better than that and really was more like 86%. How about away teams? 61%. So they do better than half and half today. Are they profitable? They were real profitable up top, and then they get profitable again, and they end, just about even, right? So once again, away teams kind of just about even there, which is why I say never count on them. Never count on them at all. How did all of just our underdogs do today? They went 9-15 because a lot of them were away. How did our home underdogs do? 1-2. Wilmington lost. Well, how about that? How about that? Okay, so that's a loss for the algorithm. Milwaukee wins, but the other two lose. My alma mater wins. Glad I didn't bet against them. So our underdogs do not have a great day, but I'm gonna just chalk that up to they're not supposed to win. A lot of how many of them are away teams, right? They're 8-13. Like away teams aren't supposed to win anyway. That's why they're dogs. And they're not teams I tell you to play. I tell you to play home teams, right? So there you go. That is how we diagnose this file going forward, is just continue to prune that out, and you're going to get those winners that are in the above 80 percentile, and you can start doing your round robins, your parlays, and all kinds of stuff with them. You're not going to have however many we had today, which was 23-4, is 27 of them, I believe. You're not going to have 27, but you are having a lot of crazy college basketball starting soon. So there will be some fun times. We'll leave everything at a neutral site projection because a lot of these games are tournament games at weird different sites. So may as well just leave it at 0 and just click the home button when we're looking for teams. And that's the way we do it. Let's go over to hockey. Hockey games are finishing up. And Vegas won. They did win. Good, I had them. They won 2-1. Colorado is up 4-1, and Chicago is in the third period. They were tied. They're still tied 2-2 right now. So let's go take a look. Obviously a weird day early on, especially. It looks like 6-4, okay, and then one game still going. So Edmonton. Talk about a great game for lead changes. I mean, Edmonton was down 4-0, came back, looked like they were going to win. You could have made a fortune. I was not paying attention to this at this point and didn't do the betting both sides strategy on this game. But boy, oh boy, would that have been incredible. Yeah, you had a lot of opportunity to make money doing that. So yeah, just a high scoring game that you had Campbell went. Campbell went. That's what happened. I didn't he was a late change. It was supposed to be Skinner or something, right? Yeah, so interesting. So that was kind of predictable. Big time over in that game, as the algorithm predicted over 7 goals. Rangers, of course, lose to Washington because I said that there was a great line for them. And of course, I played against my home team today because I'm a moron. I'm just a moron. That's all you can say about what I am when it comes to not betting on my home team at an underdog line when they're trying to break a huge losing streak. There you go. Way to go, Caps. They scored. Pittsburgh and St. Louis. Pittsburgh, this is almost an exact score. And I think it was a tie, went to overtime. Yeah. So algorithm gets a nice win there. Ottawa and Montreal. Montreal took the lead and lost. I played both sides of this game and I won. I got Montreal at plus 265. I got Ottawa at like plus 250. I think I did well in this game because there were 2 lead changes. Philly and New Jersey. New Jersey wins by a touchdown. Philly's still thinking about football. That's why they're allowing multiples of touchdowns plus extra points in what they're going to give up today. We couldn't even get to 7 on the power projected score, which is the high range. They went over the high range today. Way to go. Good job, New Jersey. Oh, the upset of the day. Carolina loses to Anaheim. Somehow I took Carolina at minus 400 because I was like, there's no way they're losing. That's hockey for you. Don't ever do what I did. Don't ever do this. Don't ever, when you see this, remember I said, oh, hockey, you're supposed to bet the underdog every game. And this one, you're especially supposed to. That's right. 1 out of every 3.6 times you hit that, you win money. You just hit it. So there it is. Boston, not a team to bet against. Crushing life. Don't beat Boston. Wins 3-1. No problem. Tampa Bay, no problem with Detroit. I said take Detroit. I did take Detroit. I lost. No lead changes. No way to win in that game. Tampa Bay wins. Looking like a playoff team that they are. Calgary, Colorado still going on. Looks like it's going to be Colorado, though. You get the win, the low-scoring win. Interesting. So the algorithm knew it because they're playing better, even though it couldn't predict the score exactly right. Look at how this moves to point between these two. Like when the goals that actually happen are right in between these two numbers, it did a good job. And this one moved Dallas down in the power projected score, which takes into account streaks and goaltender comparison. It's brilliant. It's just brilliant. It said that Vegas was going to get between 2.1 and 3.6. They barely get to 2. Said Dallas was not going to go up and score, that they were going to go down and score when you take in these other factors, and they exactly right in between it. Just really, really awesome to see that. Great stuff. And in this game, it thinks that San Jose will thinks Chicago can't. This is a tie. It doesn't know what's going to happen. It's going to be a tie. All right, that's the recap. I'll get to preparing Sunday. If you want access to the video, I don't know, send me some money. There are ways to do it. You can figure it out. Or go buy something on my website and get a copy of an algorithm that you can start working with yourself. And they're completely unlocked creations. Like, just because they're awesome doesn't mean I think I should keep them from everyone. I give them away to everyone because I just like proving that the numbers mean something. And when you throw them together in this concoction, you get really reliable results when you filter properly, especially on days like this. Because hitting 86% of your games at reasonable lines, under better than minus 300 is a recipe for winning money very, very, very frequently. All right, good luck, everyone. I hope your picks won today, and I hope they keep on winning.